To all those of you who have tuned in today, I am exploring the question whether the historically advocated two-state solution is at an end. Ever since the Arab-Israeli conflict began in the year 1948, the two-state solution, that is, dividing the land of Palestine into two sovereign states, has been the most viable, practicable and long-term solution to this never-ending, ceaseless conflict. And the plan goes like this: divide the land of Palestine into two sovereign states, one for the Jews, Israel, and the other for the Arab Muslims of the region, Palestine. Dear viewers, allow me to bring 6 questions before you. Question number 1. Who all accepted this plan? In 1948, the Jews accepted partition plan of the United Nations and accepted the two-state solution, while the Arabs rejected it. Not only did the Arabs reject this plan, they also, led by Egypt, all the surrounding Arab states collectively attacked Israel with the intention of annihilating the nascent Jewish state. And the Arabs went to war with Israel thrice. Well, first in the year 1948, when the state of Israel was born. Then in 1967, what came to be known as the Six-Day War. And then again in 1973, what is known as the Yom Kippur War, because Israel was attacked by the collective Arab coalition on the day, holy day of the Shabbat, the Yom Kippur, in 1973, exactly 50 years ago. Now, dear viewers, let's understand the second question. Who all accept this plan today? Today, the peaceful section of the Palestinian people, led by the PLO, the Palestine Liberation Organization, the West, led by the US, and even India, accept the two-state solution. But the Israeli mainstream position has seen a reversal. Remember, they had accepted the two-state solution in 1948. Today, it is no longer preferred by the Israeli mainstream public. Remember, dear audience, remember viewers, Israel's politics today is dominated by the right wing, and it is not open to the idea of two sovereign states in the same land. Now let us understand question number 3. Who all are the stakeholders in this conflict? At first glance, seen from afar, there are many stakeholders in this conflict. The Palestinian people, Hamas, the Palestine Authority in the West Bank, the jihadis, Israeli people, Israeli government, partners and supporters of both these nations, both in the region and outside it, like the United States, India, and even China. But from a moral standpoint, however, only 2 stakeholders matter: the Israeli public, citizens of Israel, and the Palestinian people. But the only stakeholder which has always been the most important stakeholder has been the people, the citizens and the voters of Israel. Why? Because you see people, Israel is not only a liberal, fully fledged democracy, but is also the most powerful country in the region and is also the dominant player in this conflict. Therefore, without the citizens of Israel approving or accepting the two-state solution or the right for the Palestinians to have their own nation state, a two-state solution is not viable, is not possible. Now, let me take you through to question number 5. In the wake of the devastating attack by Hamas, what will the Israeli public think? If a weak Gaza, which is like an open prison, fully dependent on humanitarian and military aid, can traumatize the Israeli public to this extent, what can a fully sovereign Palestinian state do to the people of Israel? See, Hamas doesn't even acknowledge the right of the Jews to even exist. It doesn't acknowledge the right of the state of Israel to even exist in any form. And the worst part is, the Palestinian Authority in the West Bank, the so-called peaceful faction, has extended its support to Hamas. So imagine what would happen if a fully functioning, sovereign, powerful Palestinian state is created and is hijacked by a Hamas-like entity. What would happen to the Israeli people? You see, realistically, empirically, philosophically, rationally, human beings are driven by survival instinct, whether it's human beings as individuals or states as rational entities. Survival is the most important goal. So, why would an Israeli people acquiesce and accept and approve a Palestinian state that wishes to annihilate the Israeli state and destroy the very existence of Jews in the region?